Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the KKRLA Week 1, Game 6. It is under a new owner, Tanner Colony, slash Addist, the Mau5's, here at their home court, Aquadome, taking on the Crimson Knights. The Mau5's are currently in the net ranking of number 13, and the Crimson Knights are currently in the net ranking of number 14. So these two teams are very close in net ranking, so we should expect a close game, but who knows what we can expect. The Mau5's originally last season did have a spot at number 1 in the preseason for a little while, but ultimately lost it and just kept on losing. The Crimson Knights didn't have much luck at all last season in their first season as a team, and they basically just stayed down. Not much is coming from them, but this can be either of two teams' chances to get somewhere with their record as the weeks go on. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have not much else to say, but let's go ahead and get this game started between the Mau5's, Mau5, and the Crimson Knights. Starting off with the first tip. The first tip will be won by, just barely, the Mau5's. As the ball stays up in the air, Tex from the Crimson Knights is going to go ahead and send that away into the Mau5's, while Imp actually takes control of that ball, sending it into the Crimson Knights side and into a corner. Stinger going to send that ball all the way over to the Mau5's side. Imp going to send it away. Let's go ahead and look at our rosters for both teams. On the Mau5's, you have Imp, Sultan, Swabby, and Goose. Swabby being spelled S-W-A-B-B-I-E, and Imp being spelled I-M-P, and Sultan being spelled S-U-L-T-A-N. And for the Crimson Knights, you have Stinger, Junker, Tex, and Squall. Now, as we almost reach the 4-minute mark, they have the ball lined up for a potential goal. It's not going to happen as Imp tries to put up the shot for somebody. Stinger's going to pinch it on the wall and send it over into the Mau5's side as now we reach the 4-minute mark. Tex puts up a shot. It's going to be hit away by who I think was Sultan. That ball's up in the air in the red zone for someone to get, potentially. It's going to be missed. As now we're about to reach the 3 minutes and 30 seconds mark. No goals from either teams yet. A lot of people are missing the ball. Stinger going to take control of that ball, send the ball down there, and get the first goal of the game against the Mau5's, making it 1-0, assisted by Junker. That ball moving at 71 kph at the 3-minute and 21-second mark. Now, let's go ahead and see who wins this second tip of the game. And it is going to be the Crimson Knights actually winning this one. So if analytics follow, the Mau5's should score this time, but who knows? Goose almost having a chance right there. Ball running up in the air. As Tex sends it over into the Mau5's side. Gets it over Swabby. Goose runs out of boost at the worst time. And Tex will score the second goal for the Crimson Knights. As now it's 0-2. That ball moving at 51 kph. And it's now 2:57 left on the clock. Who might win this third tip? Let's see. This ball will move over into the Crimson Knights side. A very nice shot lineup for the Mau5's. Goose puts it up. Gets it over. I don't know who that was. Let's go ahead and look at the replay. That ball moving at 56 kph. Goose will score that goal. Junker did an accidental double jump, which made him jump higher than he wanted to, and that ball went right under him. 2:51 left on the clock. As now the fourth tip will be won by the Mau5's. That ball moving pretty fast off the start of that tip. Junker setting up a shot. Goose with an amazing save. Junker throws it into the corner, finds no luck. What an amazing save by Goose, who goes up in the air and saves that one. Ball sitting up against the wall. It's going to be hit in by Junker. Junker takes a second chance attempt and it gets that goal in, making this game 3-1. Assisted by Squall, that ball moving at 91 kph with 2:27 left on the clock as we go into this fifth tip. And this fifth tip will be won by the Mau5's. Mau5's really need to find their stride right now, as they don't have much of it to their name. They really need to find some good ways to score, some good ways to break down this Crimson Knights defense if they want to have a shot at potentially making a very swift comeback. 2 minutes remaining in the game as this ball sits on the Crimson Knights side. Swabby able to get a clean look on the ball, but that doesn't matter as Junker sends it back away into the Mau5's side. Goose gets control of the ball. Junker's going to send it away into the corner. Swabby puts it up in the air, trying to get it away from Junker. Tech's going to pinch it in the wall, getting that ball to sit near the goal. Somebody might be able to score it. It really depends. Imp's going to send it into the wall on the half-court side. That ball's on the Crimson Knights side. Junker will try to send it away. Imp's going to get another chip at it. It's going to be accidentally blocked by who I think was Goose. So that's not good. Imp. Tex was just able to score that simultaneously because you could see Swabby just had no, wait, was that Sultan or Swabby? Swabby had no determination to go save that goal. 1:18 left on the clock as now it's 4-1. Tex was the one that just scored that one right there. Here's the sixth tip as this ball goes over into the Crimson Knights side. The Mau5's need to play this actually very perfectly if they want a shot. Shots lined up for Swabby. Swabby has no determination to get that, and Imp is going to get that just barely in with 1:06 left on the clock. Ball hit away by Tex. Imp comes in, gives that a little side shot, gets it past Tex. Stinger tries to save it, and he gets slammed into the side of the inside of the goal, which that ball gets in there. Here's the seventh tip with 1:06 remaining on the clock. Ball's going to be sent barely over into the Crimson Knights side. Tex takes control of the ball, sending that over into the Mau5's side. Swabby with a nice block. Sultan tried to take control of that ball. Tex missed a shot. Sultan trying to take control of the ball and send it over into the Crimson Knights side to have a chance at another goal. Sent off the wall, lined up. There's got to be lined up for somebody. Swabby puts that shot up, almost in, sitting above the goal. Does anyone get it? Here comes Goose to give it a try. No, Stinger's going to send it away. Now the Mau5's is switching back on defense. Swabby trying to send it away. Imp tries to send it away. Tex puts it back up. What a nice in-the-air block. Sultan trying to set it up for one of his teammates. Swabby up in the air. 10 seconds remain in the game. There's not much you can do with these 10 seconds. And the Crimson Knights, with those last 10 seconds, fully control the ball as they hit it over every Mau5's player. And the Crimson Knights will win this one 4-2. Your MVP is Tex with 304 score, 2 goals, 0 assists, 0 saves, and 2 shots. And then Stinger, followed behind Tex, Stinger with 226 score, 1 goal, 1 assist, 0 saves, and 1 shot. Followed along by Junker, who had 198 score, 1 goal, 1 assist, 0 saves, and 2 shots. And then followed along by Squall, who had exactly 100 score, 0 goals, 1 assist, 0 saves, and 0 shots. Let's go ahead and get into this after-game talk. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the after-game talk. That was a nice game between the Crimson Knights and the Mau5's. Let's go ahead and list off the offensive and defensive attempts. The Crimson Knights offense obviously played very well. They were ready to have a chance at a comeback season as their last season wasn't so great, only winning 2 out of their 8 games, so that means the record was 2-6, and they missed the ball game and missed the tournament. And their offense obviously played very well, just keeping good control of the ball, sending it down when an open shot was available, and they were just playing with maximum force because they knew what this season has for them. Their defense obviously played very well to keep the Mouses from getting any crucial goals when they were having the lead. The Mouses' offense started off decently well, but obviously deteriorated over the game as they were only able to score 2 goals against this Crimson Knights team. This will probably have a huge effect on their ranking, but I don't know yet. They might make a comeback later in the season. And their defense, obviously, I think you could see one player that just didn't care what would happen. So they probably need to get some good players that'll have some determination other than Swaby that had no determination. The defense obviously tried to play their crucial role, but obviously just wasn't able to make it through with the Crimson Knights playing the heavy offense that they did. And that's all I really have to say for this game. A nice win by the Crimson Knights, winning 4-2 over the Mouses at the Mouses' home court. I'm not sure Tanner is going to be too excited about that or too ecstatic. I wouldn't imagine anyone being ecstatic over a loss. But the Crimson Knights start out their season with a win, and the Mouses start out their season with a loss. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And I will be seeing you tomorrow for the next 2 games. For the Song Mixers against the 8-Bit Legends at Neon Fields. And then you have the number 5 ranked Dafts going against the Kina Gamers at Driftwoods. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for those 2 games.